Hi Ayushman, welcome to DNA.
Thank you so much, Mugdha. Pleasure.
So let me begin by asking you, you recently wrote this lovely note to Abhishek Kapoor, saying that, the film was worth the risk taking. And you've been taking risks from the very first film that you did. How did this film, feel any different?
Of course, it limits the audience if you have a subject on trans or maybe homosexuality or transphobia. Uh, we live in a country where there are two opposites where some people have progressed in 10 years, some people have regressed in 10 years. So I guess it's a very complex situation here, and it's always very difficult and very risky to do a film like this.
Yeah.
It is not something like premature balding or fat shaming, body shaming. It's not that. It is beyond that, and we have a lot of regressive people around, so they may not get it. So that's why it's a risky subject, I guess. And at the same time, uh, if it's not in the safe hands of a good director, it can go either way. So it needs to be dealt with a lot of sensitivity, and that was required.
True, true. So, tell us the backstory. I mean, how did the film happen? When were you offered? Was it during the lockdown?
Yes, it was during the first lockdown, and I was just too nervous. What are we doing next? And I was supposed to shoot Dr. G during that time, I remember. But when Abhishek Kapoor approached me with this subject, he was like, "You need to have this body transformation," and I was like, "There could be no better time than lockdown." To utilize that time for body transformation, I was doing nothing practically. I was just sleeping for 8 hours, working out for 3 hours, having a good diet, and had a great team. So yeah, lockdown one was utilized really well for the transformation.
Right. In fact, Ayushman, when I interviewed Abhishek Kapoor, he told me that it was during the lockdown that of course you were prepping physically for the role, and when you came out, of course, people saw you in a very different avatar. So, can you take us through the physical transformation journey?
As I said, yes, I was working out. I had to. It was a true two folk workout. One was for weight gain and muscle gain, and other one was as a cross-functional athlete. So it was very difficult. I had Rakesh Udyar as trainer and a weight gain trainer, muscle trainer, and then I had Lou Coutinho as a nutritionist with Shivoham, somebody who taught me CrossFit.
Hmm.
So it used to last for 3 hours, and a good rest and good diet. We were on the WhatsApp group. So quite hardcore. It happened for the first time in my life. I've never taken workouts so seriously because they had to be a certain amount of crazy transformation. So it was required.
Yeah. Also, Abhishek told me that you were the one who suggested Vani's name for the role. So, why did you think that she would be the perfect fit, or in fact, even willing to take the risk that you have been taking all along in your career?
I had seen that spark in her while during 2000, I think 2013, when Shodesi Romance released, and she showed tremendous spunk in that film. And after that, there was no author back, though she did great big projects, commercial Bollywood projects, but there was no author backed role for her, and she was unexplored as an actor. And she was still in that league of giving hit films. So she was just waiting to explore, and I think this was the perfect film for her. And I think uh, she's done a great job in the film.
Yeah, I also wanted to talk to you about your character Manu. So, in most of your in like all of your previous films, you've been the center of the character who's, the center of the subject basically, who's going through, some kind of who's a sperm donor, who's probably having erectile dysfunction. But here in this film, you are basically the one who's reacting to the issue or the subject in the film. So how does that feel, or what kind of mind space that puts you in?
I approach a film as a concept, as a subject, and then I approach my character. And this has not happened for the first time that I'm on the reactive mode. Uh, in most of my films, yes, from Bala to Shobmangal Savdhan, Zada Savdhan, and Vicky Donor, I've been in active mode. But films like Dum Laga Ke Haisha,
Right.
or Badhai Ho and Chandir Kare Aashiki, I'm in the reactive mode. For me, the script matters the most, and it's more difficult on the reactive mode because you are reacting most of the times, and you are padding the concept in a way. But at the same time, it's good to be on the other side also because it gives you a certain perspective. You don't have always have to be uh, in the I don't know, in the crux of the situation. But in this particular film, Manu Munjal represents the mass,
Hmm.
represents the mass audience, the average Joe on the street who has no idea about the trans world and how he reacts when he finds out that his girlfriend used to be a guy earlier. So it was just as organic, as basic as that. So it was more difficult, and of course, it was challenging for sure.
Yes. In fact, so because you speak about, uh, how your character represents the masses. So, there's a sequence in the film where, how a sex change operation happens is explained very effortlessly. Was it also, for us, it was very informative, and I'm sure for a lot of people, like in the audience too. Was it a learning for you as well?
Absolutely. I think every film is a learning. Like with every film of mine, I learn a lot of stuff. And even this film, uh, it's a new world for me. And at the same time, I think a film is not just entertaining; it's very informative and educative. The kind of animations they've used to explain the operation, or the testimonials they've used from the trans community breaking the fourth wall. It's very educative and informative at the same time. So I think it's a great induction for an average cinema goer.
Are there any reactions pouring in from trans community? Have you come across any? Would you like to share?
I think that's the biggest validation coming from Ghazal Dalewal, who's a script writer, and she's a perfect rep. Uh, she's an opinion leader from the trans community, and I guess it's a great validation coming from her. Also, Shruti Sitara, Miss Trans Global 2021, she recently won that pageant. She's from Kerala. And she watched the film. She loved it, and I think mostly I was looking for the validation from the community because after watching the trailer, they were realizing probably there were some slurs and they were but the intent was clear that we wanted them to see the film, watch the film, and then react. And I'm glad that they have reacted in a very positive way.
Ayushman, you have been one of the very successful actors of recent times, and the leading men of mainstream Hindi cinema. And you are a genre in yourself. I have to say that. Uh, but does box office ever concern you when you are dealing with such sensitive topics or unconventional topics which other leading men would not dare to take?
I've started my career with an unconventional subject. I've made my entire career by taking a lot of risks and breaking taboos through cinema. So I guess that's the part of my nature or part of my game in the industry because I cannot survive without taking risks. I think because if there's no risk, there's no fun. If you're not challenging yourself as an artist through your scripts, and I think there's no value addition in the society or uh, there's a certain responsibility in cinema because cinema and cricket are two biggest entities in the country, and by default, they are the opinion leaders also at the same time. So when people watch cinema, they should consume something which is progressive. And I come from a street theater background, it is and we used to make plays based on social issues. So it's just an extension of my theater personality. Uh, but yes, there's a certain responsibility when it comes to choosing scripts. But I don't think about uh, box office. I'm also bad with numbers. I was very bad with mathematics. So, but I can only choose subjects which are close to my heart and which has a certain voice in cinema.
True. I also wanted to ask you about this one particular photo that you had put up on your Instagram, in fact, on your
Hmm,
social handle, where you had
hmm,
your nails painted in black and you had this caption
hmm,
gender fluid.
hmm, hmm,
So it did
hmm.
not really, go down the way, it did not really go down well. I can say that. So is there anything that you want to say when you see such reactions on social media?
I think my intent was to show support across all genders and identities, and I don't know the responses they've really taught me that I still have to learn, and I'm still learning, and it is uh, at the same time being at the position of privilege to be a good ally. You need to learn yourself. You don't have to be taught by the community. And moving forward, I think least I can do is uh, to be a better ally and do better. And the intent was never wrong. It was not to promote a film or something, because as a strategy we were not revealing the subject of the film.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was, I don't know, it was just there to still show support. But I think, yes, I'm still learning more about Dalits also at the same time, after doing a film like Article 15. So as an artist, you always learn.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, Mugdha. Thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
thank you.